I really was going to kind of, ignore this one, but other people are chiming in, so I figured I better throw my 2 cents worth in before it gets too out of whack. For those who haven't been paying attention, Mecca kind of had enough is enough with various things going on, and put up went on like a 2-hour live stream airing some dirty laundry, but also stuff that's like not cool regarding mainly Tom over at Midnight's Edge and how he's been trying to pull strings here and there, and why people wonder why isn't Mecca on toxic femininity anymore, and find well, this is why, because I know Mary still loves her to pieces, so and in fact when I chimed in a little late, my reaction wasn't what's wrong with Tom. I'd be, what did Tom do this time? Because I've seen this bit of a dark side there. When there was one time, it was a Midnight's Edge after dark stream that was supposed to be going on. I got a wrench there. Mecca's got a wrench there, and it's kind of like left hanging there. Half an hour goes by after the start time. No word from anybody, like Tom or anybody, of what's going on here. And we're kind of stuck there trying to entertain the troops, keep them from bolting. Until finally Mecca's had enough. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. And she went back to stream on her own thing. Yep. And so I just, screw it. I open up a stream on another tab, but I'm still did it. And let's just say, when I recall, Tom really didn't accord himself very well because he kind of blew up a little bit in the things. And I kind of started with Meg. Like, look, you're the one who left us hanging out there for half an hour without so much of a freaking word. Okay? And not like I'm getting paid anything for being a wrench on there. So it's like, hey, come on. Stuff in the phone here going nuts here. Get this out of the way. Live TV, folks. All right. But, hello, Mr. Pete's channel needs 900 subbies. Ilagabulus. Ilagabulus? Well, whatever. However you pronounce it. Thanks for hanging on here. I'm not going to be on. I just want to get this on the record, and then I really don't feel like editing a lot, but one of the nice things about our little community on this end of YouTube is we don't have a whole lot of drama. For the most part, it hasn't been, but apparently some people just still can't get over the fact that, high school's over, okay? You were the fat kid back then. You're an adult now. Act like it, for Christ's sakes. Because whenever you start doing, hey, so-and-so saying you don't work with it, you know how easy it is for, Gary's saying this and that. Well, how easy just to DM Gary, hey, you got a problem here? And find out directly. Not that it always hasn't been that easy, but now it's like, surest way to shoot a gossip in the foot is go to the supposed source, But the whole, about him trying to break up Rob and Mecca. It's like, why? What's the point of that? Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to get too far into it. And wait, if even half this stuff is true, I should be grateful that I haven't been brought further into the fold of Midnight's Edge, I guess. Because I'd be getting these messages. I was like, you need this stuff from Mecca. She's on, she's not right. Which would have the opposite effect. There's, oh really? Too many lines of parallel interest there for me to just think, no, screw it, no. But I don't know what Rob's going to do at this point because he's been in the middle of all this. Thank you, Tom. It's like we're making a big. Andre, frankly, needs to step up and regain control of his channel because I think it looks like he's handed too much control over to Tom to handle, and he needs to pull back a little bit. Hello, Parrot Head. Yeah.
Let me guess, Jimmy Buffett fan?
Or a fan of parrots with him. The pencil thin mustache. All right. Yeah. Hopefully that won't be enough for a copyright strike. Okay. But as far as, I don't know. You don't want to throw Midnight's Edge under the bus because the content is still there. Yeah, I know, listen to both sides, but so far what I'm hearing from the other side has been kind of lacking. Because it helps that Mecca has receipts for the most part on this particular TIFF. I just talked to Rosetta on offline, off the side thing before they started, and she's not exactly innocent in the whole thing either. But on this particular matter, I do tend to lean towards her because again, she's got the DMs. Okay, she keeps everything, so like don't piss her off on DMs, because she'll keep the thing for her.
Okay, got my answer.
What?
Second generation Buffett fan.
Oh. In a way, it's kind of sad we have second generation Jimmy Buffett fans. Okay. But again, no one's throwing Midnight's Edge under the butt. The content is still decent, but I think it might be an occupational hazard of getting so big so fast because now suddenly they're a bit of a force in the whole thing. And they're getting access to people that they wouldn't have like 2-3 years ago. And maybe it's just sort of a knee-jerk response of you start watching what you say about this thing. You don't want to piss them off because we like having access to these people. It's like, and it's time to take a step back, look in the mirror, and say, aren't you now becoming what we've been criticizing all this time? Is Midnight's Edge starting to become the new Collider? We all lambasted Christian Harloff for blowing a gasket because he's been working his ass off for 5 years and he didn't get an invite to Galaxy's Edge when it opened. Well, guess what? Yeah. Again, maybe, well, sometimes if it gets too bad, it's like, Dave, this ain't me. You wonder why I'm been on such show? Here's why. Direct your questions to this jackass.
Let's see if he wants an invite.
Sounds like he's at it. Okay. Yeah. It's been going for a while, for a little bit. This isn't the first time. Like I said, my reaction, even in the chat, if you go back and watch it, that my reaction wasn't, what did Tom do? It did, what did Tom do this time? Okay. Because yeah, the live chat gets weird. Okay. But where was I going with that? Shit, yeah, but I mean, I started to want. This got me wondering now. Maybe a little paranoid on my point, but is this why I haven't been invited back to karaoke? Because I did that one appearance, and there's complaints about the technical thing, but I remember watching the video because I had it on the side there, and back in the day with Google Hangouts. And Mary was singing. It was one of those rare occasions where there wasn't a delay. We could have done a duet, and she was singing right along with my song. So we seem to do fine. So I don't know. What was Tom saying? Don't get him back. He'll be able to channel that. Yeah. It may be paranoid. There's nothing. I got nothing to it. It's purely speculation on my part. And again, it might be simple paranoia on my part too, because I'm, whenever Mary does a karaoke, it's been, I'm settled into the Ricky, the Lucy Ricardo role. The please, Ricky, put me in the show. Like, But I gotta wonder now: was there some extra pressure being exerted on here? Because like you keep him off there, you're never gonna see baby or toxic femininity again. You're not gonna be on other streets. It's like. Oh yeah. Well, forget the live chats. How about just the show itself?
Well, yeah. yeah.
That's where most of the stuff comes from. Is not the live chat. It's actually what they actually do on the show.
Oh yeah, like talking about dolphins.
The constant reference to Rob's penis, TM, dolphin rape and butt stuff.
Mary's jizz fries.
Well, that's a recent one. That's cultures and I mean, but no, the hashtag butt stuff. That thing went totally wild there for a while. Butt chugging was what it really was. And there are some pictures. It's a good thing she was so low. She hadn't reached 1,000 subs yet. So it kind of went under the radar, but that was vile.
Which is
And someone even
Tyler would be perfect.
she would fit right in. There's even a couple of doctored pictures where they some basically think of it as a beer bong, but up the backside.
Ew,
That kind of thing. Yes. And of course sticking Mary's face on one person, another thing. Yeah, shenanigans has always been wild. That's so a general thing is like rails. What rails? I don't remember any rails. But I just had to chime in here and get on this. As far as where it goes, I think it's a safe bet. You're probably not going to see Mecca back on a Midnight's Edge stream again. However, I think it's already been pretty well established that, Mary still loves Mecca to death. The fact that they did it on Twitch, she did a little Mary Mob raid on one of Mecca's streams, and it got pretty fun. Well, Andre, maybe, yeah, not to say Andre's lying, but he could also be saying, the covering the channel for the most part, because he's not going to say and admit that he let Tom run wild. He's going to say it was his, and tacitly by letting Tom run things, Andre's given his approval. And I was told, the couple that I've been on, I was told not to, I wasn't being brought back in because of technical issues mainly, because I never had a decent connection at that point. But since then, when I've had better connections, it's still, come on. Yeah, that's the thing, because Aisha Tyler hosted, they had a wrap-up show on Amazon for talking about the previous season of The Boys, and it gets pretty damn raucous. I mean, with like at one point, you should just flat ass, does the deep fuck dolphins? And it just, there we go. And talking about the dangers of engaging in coitus with dolphins, the fact that the ejaculation is so hard it will liquefy your organs. So don't do it, I'm sure the dolphin would be fine if you just jack them off, but if you want to get inside, let me like, no, okay, it will be the last thing you ever do something like that.
Oh, it wasn't just Aisha.
Oh, they were all going nuts on that one. Yeah, it's just there's some just okay. Well, that's where we're going. Okay, fine. No, it's maybe. If you're into superheroes, it's worth the look, because it's a definite kind of deconstruction of the whole thing, but without deconstructing known heroes. It's just you take types, and that's right. But whether Andre has given the word of don't bring her back on for whatever reason, and then Tom's just being an overzealous hatchet man, or Tom's just being the mean girl thing and Andre's covering for him, whatever. Either way, Tom's being an asshat and needs to calm this fuck down. Especially, I think a thing where he's trying to pressure Rob to break up with Mecca. And also where Rob has done, he's done complete video. I could probably some little thing on Star Wars and they just chuck it. I don't know if you saw in the chat, but I put it in there. It's like, put it on your own channel, Take off the Midnight's Edge, identifiers, just put it on your own channel, Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although I've heard I saw a rebuttal to that Superman would actually have enough control over himself that he could moderate things. But Dolphin, no, Dolphin wouldn't give a shit. He'd shoot and blow it out your backside. All right. But but Andre's saying the fact that he and alone made the decision to refuse. Yeah. Like I said, I've been in something similar to when I was, when broadcasting school. I had one instructor who was kind of let go unceremoniously, and I'd heard different things about it, and I mouthed off here and there about it, and then got brought up before the head of the school and informed that it was his decision and his decision alone. It's like, and then told everybody, "You really believe that?" So had no choice to accept it because that's all I was going to get from the head of the damn school. But yeah, there are other elements involved here. And he's just covering the school's ass. And the same thing I think maybe going on here. Andre's covering the channel's ass. Yeah, I'm not saying cancel Tom. I'm saying Tom needs to work on his approach and his tactics. And no one cares if you're the fat kid being picked on back in school. You're not in school anymore, okay? High school's over. Yeah. Let's quit acting like it. And I let Mecca cop to her own thing, but she's been an asshole too, freely admits it. Yep, have fun there. Hope you get those 900 subs, if you haven't already. Because after 1,000, that's when the fun really begins.
Maybe we should get him on the channel sometime.
Well, this is merely just me venting here. I don't know. Got me wondering, what if Tom shows up? Like, do I let him on to scream at me? Or you don't know what you're talking about, guys. You're not exactly redeeming yourself. I have sent invites out to or had Steph send them to Rob and Mecca, though, so they want to chime in. If they even know I'm on, because who knows? We'll probably having dinner. I mean, Pete on Creepy Little Books is, members only? Hold on. Like I said, I was going to wrap this up pretty soon anyway, so. Everyone just needs to calm the hell down. One of the things about our little community is, between geeks and gamers, minutes is nerdrotic, doom comes is the lack of drama. We're not more of those idiots are on the cosmetic things. Mecca said she's like, low grade Onision. No, Onision is one, you're cuter than Onision, Mecca, and two, you haven't been grooming 13-year-old girls, so no, you're not Onision. But anyway, I am going to wrap it up there and just, PayPal, Patreon, links down below. Yeah, I don't know, but again, when they start doing those, Gary's, doing what it's like, okay, how about we'll ask Gary what he says, okay? Listen, he's one bald head amongst a crowd of heads on Friday Night Tights. That is Jeremy's and Gary's show. So if he thinks he's going to worm his way into that one, in any control capacity, think again. Anyway, links down below, and we will talk at you later.